Hey, everybody, what up, though? How y'all feeling? By good, your man, your friend, and family member, Braylon Lee here. It's time for another edition of Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Pit Stop, because you know what time it is? It is 9:01, right after Love and Marriage Huntsville. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, and in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, and in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Excuse me. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. So, y'all, oh, I am so sorry, y'all. Lord help. Ooh, well, listen, I am allergic to ignorance, hatefulness, and toxicity, so I guess I must be sneezing because of the Scott brothers. Lord help. So let's talk about this, y'all. Like I said, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. So, we are at Cuevas Customs with Maurice, right? Nick Cuevas, the owner, and Maurice have been working on a project to get some work done on the Jeep that he got Kimmy. Kimmy has been wanting the Jeep for years, and Maurice has been selling her other luxurious vehicles, but he recently realized that there's not a lot of time left. And I gotta tell you something. I think for Maurice to be that humble to recognize, hey, listen, my wife is telling me she wants a Jeep, and I may not have a lot of time left with her, and I'm responsible for making her the top priority in my life and giving her the best of what she deserves while I can give it. I thought that was very well commendable. So Maurice and Nick Cueva go outside, and out of this garage comes this Jeep Rubicon, which apparently is very rare to find a Rubicon. So, Maurice said, hey, can we, get bigger fat mud tires? And Nick Cueva says, how big do you want them? And Maurice said, he wants the biggest stout. This is the big dog. And so Nick Cueva said, we can do a rim kit. And so, Marcel pulls up, and you watched, and as we all watched the episode, you saw that Maurice had a belt on. Well, he was lifting weights and hurt his back. So, of course, Marcel is excited about the Rubicon. He doesn't have a Jeep like this. Well, the reason why he doesn't have a Jeep like this is because he was so tight for $100 at the Black Expo. He said on Instagram Live that he's in $1 million worth of debt, and that allegedly he's in a $5.6 million lawsuit. And not to mention, he is being cheap with a furniture budget for their new home. So how can you handle having a brand new Rubicon Jeep when you can't even handle your own finances? But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. So as we keep rolling here, Maurice, pitched to Kimmy, do you want a Maybach? No, I want a Jeep. Do you want a Lambo? No, I want a Jeep. And so Kimmy said she wanted to ride with the top down with her hair blowing. Maurice's mindset was, you don't have a lot of hair right now. Maurice said, don't say that. So then after that, Maurice talked about their sex life. And Marceau was confused, like, what are you telling me for? So Marceau said the last time they talked about each other's sex life as brothers, they were 12 years old. And Marceau said that if he wasn't having sex at home, or he didn't get any sex at home, I would keep that secret. Just like Tisha said on that chemistry platform that is now on In the Black Network with James DeBose. By the way, shout out to James DeBose. He ran Fox Soul. So chemistry was on Fox Soul before it moved to In the Black Network. It is about talking about marriage. And so Marceau and Tisha were on this chemistry panel, and Tisha said that they have to schedule sex at 6 a.m. And Marceau was like, what are you talking about? So you said that Maurice should keep it a secret, but yet your wife said to the world that you guys have to schedule sex at 6 a.m. So did y'all keep that a secret, or did y'all allow that to be in the public atmosphere of in the court public opinion? Listen, I just tell y'all what's going on. But anyway, let's move on. So Kimmy and Maurice have been married for under 5 years, says Maurice, and says Marceau rather. And Marceau asks, "Do you have a job?" Wow, you have the black audacity and the black hypocrisy to ask your brother, "Do you have a job?" But yet you can't complete jobs, Marceau, and you are getting sued for multiple jobs. Okay. Marceau said, "Do y'all do it once a month?" Maurice said twice a month. Marceau said, "Like regular married people, welcome to the party, brother." And Maurice said he does not want to be a part of that party. And so, Maurice did math. 2 times 12 equals 24. And he said, "Solid, my guy." And so then, when Marceau said, "You guys have sex twice every month," and then he said again, he said, you guys have sex twice every month." Like, I feel like y'all, hashtag can we talk for a minute? I just want your honesty. I felt like the scene was cut by the producers and they could understand Marceau and what he said. So they said, "Hey Marceau, can we're gonna start the scene again, but can you pronunciate what you're trying to say?" And he said, "Okay, I got you. So you guys have sex twice every month? You guys have sex twice every month?" Marceau. I mean, I guess if you can't do a promo for an event that you're throwing, it took you 15 takes, I guess you don't know how to have a normal conversation either. But that's neither here nor there. So then the debate of Kimmy said it's just the chemo, Maurice said it's mental, and Marceau explains that train of thought of chemo versus mental. Marceau said that Kimmy knows her bias. She knew it long before you got there. And let's just say if somebody, Marceau says, "I see it's your back that's in pain." And if someone said pain happens in the mind, but you said, "My pain is right here," and someone said, no, it's mental. Then Marceau said, "Take off your brace, bend over, and do some jumping jacks." And I think Marceau asked Maurice to do that to see if it's mental. Now, for the 0.01% of intelligence that he has, I thought it was a good metaphor. I thought it was a good audio-visual demonstration, because at the end of the day, I think Maurice is completely disrespectful to his wife, not understanding, not embracing, not wanting to be a place to fall for Kimmy going through cancer, right? And like I said, Marceau said, "Take your brace off, bend over, do some jumping jacks to see if it's mental." I just gave the reason why it was a good audio visual demonstration for Maurice. So Marceau said, "You don't have to take your brace off." Then Maurice said, "I'll take my brace off, bend over, do some jumping jacks if I can get some actual social self." I'm like, dude, that's not how that works. Okay. I'm just like, so you told your wife on national television that it's mental with her not wanting to have sex, disrespecting the medical journey and what she's went through. Then you said in the interview with Carlos King, the fact that she lays there, rolls over, and takes it. And then now that and then let's not forget, I'm not getting no actual social self because I am an actual social self. And then you set your Apple Watch for a year countdown, because that's how long Kimmy said that it may take her to get back to herself for y'all to have that type of sex. Okay. Just know that if I was your son, I would have handled you by now. respectfully and disrespectfully, and Jalen should handle you. Because you ain't going to be on national television talking about wanting some behind from my mama and you being that disrespectful. No, you will have to be handled. Or I would just have to have the mindset of families police, and I would have to have the right men handled. Because I'm not going to mess up my life just because you want to be a dumb actual social self-hole. But anyway, so, Maurice said that Marceau's advice is helpful because the only perspective you have is your own until you share your opinion and receive feedback. And Maurice said, I didn't know how good I had it, emphasis on had. Once again, sir, your wife has gone through cancer and is in remission. You should be happy that she made it through. But whatever. So then Maurice says he wants to have a cookout to surprise Kimmy with the Jeep. And he wants to infuse fun into the group and is going to be invite everyone. And Maurice said there's nothing like a good barbecue or a good cookout with good food, drinks, and music. And I'm just like, usually when you talk about food, drinks, and music, it's like, everybody loves a good cookout or barbecue with good food, good drinks, and music. Man, let me tell you something. One song that I love is the Ohio Players. Heaven must be like this. It must be like this. Or, I'm trying to think. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Do you remember? Down in September. Or, one of my favorite songs. Don't you worry about a thing. Chevrolet, ba 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 da 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 da. You say that the lines of trends and then all these faces, but just you don't, you move too fast. And the dude all smile, island faces. That is Don't You Worry About a Thing by the Stevie Wonder. I just went into it because, hell, everybody should know the song by now. It's one of the greatest songs of all time. But anyway, let's roll on. But then again, also, too, I realized that the Scott brothers really don't have a lot of personality. Well, personality is yourself, but your soul is your damn self. So I guess they don't have a lot of soul, but they know how to have a personality to get a check on TV. To each their own. So then, Maurice said that I know the feedback did end well. And Marceau said, it was good to me. I got a lot of feedback. And so Maurice said, you were smart at the meeting. Marceau said, no, I'm intelligent. Maurice said, no, you were being snarky. Then, Marceau said Stormy was on one, wanted to get under his skin, and he wanted to get under her skin when it didn't work. So then he tried something else. So basically, Stormy was right. You are Mr. Get the Last Word, and you a itch. This is just only emphasizing Stormy's case. And people are not supposed to like Stormy. But Stormy is gaining some new fans because of her common sense voice of reason that nobody elected her to be, but she's executing the assignment. So then Marceau said Stormy and Courtney aren't friends, or they're oral water, and that we just don't gel. He says, I'm not mad at them, I'm not upset with them, I don't dislike them, but that's not my group. And he says, and Marceau says in his confessional, it's not that I don't value the Beasleys. I have made it 43 years without them. I can make it another 43 years without them. And Maurice said, so you're going to just feel indifferent to them. And Marceau said, I'm going to treat it like it was last year when I did not know that they existed. So you're going to have that attitude, but yet you and Tisha invited the Beasleys because Melody did not want to be on the Espel because y'all didn't want to pay anybody. But yet, y'all are being sued allegedly for $5.6 million. So you didn't want to pay your friends, but yet y'all don't complete y'all jobs as Scott. Okay. All right. Well, y'all, that is it for this edition of Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Pit Stop. I did tell y'all on Tea Talk with your girl, I even said on my live with the Queen Sheba Don Michelle interview that somebody was going to go off-roading. I didn't tell you who, But I did say somebody was going to go off-roading, and I am so happy that Kimmy got something good for her, because to go through all of that with cancer for a chance where there was a chance of her not being here, and she is still above ground, that is a very good way to celebrate. So like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Pit Stop. Like I said, bye, 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 everybody.